Okay, so this is a commentary video actually. This is really only going to be audio, and it's just going to be clips of the film. So there's not going to be many people watching this, but we're going to talk about some of the, just for fun. We're going to talk about the film and what we did with it. And if there's one thing I realized in the film, it's that we've had a chance to explain Max Huckleberry's and his past in the huge awesome fight too. We've had a chance to explain Burmero's past in the huge awesome fight too, with that long uncut CCHS or whatever VHS Lumberland State Park Initiative found footage video about him hunting down the Lumberland giant. And we've also had like a chance for both of them in this upcoming movie, which I don't even know when it's going to be made. It will be made in like 2026, called Superhuman and Psychotron. Superhuman and Psychotronic. It will go into the story behind Max Huck and Burmero and their relationship. But we decided to give John the Red a chance. And that was a little idea that I thought it'd be cool if he was in that film. We all thought it'd be cool, actually, not just me. And I do have to say, the movie, it's not a movie. It's actually just like it's a little short project. It's not mega. But I'm going to say some stuff about it. Superhuman and Psychotronic was filmed, there was a part of it in the movie, which was actually filmed in the same warehouse location that we filmed the video with John the Red. Now, this is before we've actually come up with a name for the video, so I have no idea what the video is going to be. But this is the thing. It was so long ago. It was last summer. It felt like an eternity ago that we filmed that big scene of Superhuman and Psychotronic, where Burmero's friend, which I already forgot his name, he gets a call on his phone, and they enter the warehouse location. Now, they actually don't enter the warehouse, but they do walk by it. And there's a car, and in the trunk there's some weapons, because Burmero was trying to buy some weapons to defend himself from Max Huck. So that was last summer. I know it was so long ago that we've actually felt like, Vincent's actually felt like just redoing it because that's how long ago it was. But I don't think there will be a chance, because maybe someday, I don't know if the under construction warehouse will look cooler than the final design. But currently, right now, we are filming the John the Red video after the Superhuman Psychotronic. It's the next summer. It's the summer of 2025 right now. And summer break, we're already a few good weeks into summer break, right? So we are filming it. Oh boy, my face is messy. Okay. So we just got back from filming. It's been a long night. Let me explain how it was digested into chunks. Now, people are probably going to skip because this is going to be kind of boring. Actually, it might be pretty interesting. Okay, so this is how it was digested, right? We came into filming, and we went into the warehouse first day, right? We filmed a lot. We filmed the poker scene. We filmed John the Red, everything. Now, the second day, we came back to film. This was maybe like a week later, I believe. And we went into the building. This is funny. So it was a little bit later in the evening. And we heard music playing when we entered it. And it was like, that's weird. We didn't hear anything from the outside. We didn't see anybody. And it turns out that they were doing a paint job. So we went to go film the dueling video, which I think is pretty out of place. And I think the dueling video is pretty stupid. But you know what? It's cool because John the Red. Make him as cool as possible. So when we go to the third time to film, which is the time at nighttime where Malcolm gets killed by John the Red. And there's actually going to be a fourth time because we cut the video a little bit before that. Like, I haven't got killed off so far. We went right when we walked in. We were like, oh boy, so it's already been a few weeks. They have a different paint job. And it's like blue. So we had to redo all the films in the hallway where we showed white paint. Which is fine because it was only one portion. It was the hallway. And I feel like we made them a little bit better. And you know what? Frederick's back in the video. And if I was to be completely honest, I thought Frederick just ran away forever. Like, Frederick, that man had to take a dump, if you know. Like, he just went away forever. So, that's pretty much it. I have to say, I think filming's pretty fun, even though it's like we all get super tired and we have to come back home. But I'm going to explain a few deleted scenes. I'm going to explain some, content. I'm really doing this by myself. let's just talk about this one deleted scene. This deleted scene is pretty cool, alright? This is called the island scene, as I like to call it. Now, this is a pretty controversial scene, because I really didn't, me and Vinny were torn between it. I thought I didn't want to come to film it. Vinny was like, hell yeah, I'll do this by myself. Now, there's a little known insectoid, alright? We live in the South, we live in Georgia, right? There's a little known parasitic organism called a tick. And ticks live in ponds, right? So, Vincent thought of an island scene. He's sitting at a poker table, and he's basically, that whole scene where I was improvising, I'll move the camera a little bit. The whole scene, there we go, you can see my full body, full splendor. So, that scene where Vincent was at the poker table and we were speaking about the law, he was like, got deep all of a sudden. I got some like eczema on my face. He was like, it takes me back to that island. And the thing was, that island is, well, so it's not actually an island, right? But that's the thing, we wanted it to be. So, let's get into it, alright? When Vinny would say, it takes me back to that island, we would film a short scene. Now, this was, and why do I keep saying Vinny? In the video lore, it was Malcolm. Malcolm was taken to an island in his past. We've been sort of inspired by pieces of source media, like Red Dead Redemption 2, right? For example, the Guarma scene, God rest Lenny's soul, like Hosea. So, when, I was about to say Vinny, when Malcolm's at the island, right, he was basically, like, he's in this sort of pond location, right, in this water, and let me, like, get a better representation. So he's in, like, this water, right, he's knelt down on, like, the ground, and there is, off camera, there would be, like, me or Damien, right, because, like, Damien, so we're on the ground, off camera, and then bloody hand, like, oh no, and he's stabbing to death, because the whole lore of the island is similar to Guarma. He's forced in a very violent environment, and he's sort of forced to fight. Engage in combat, if you will. Now, it takes him back to when he was the island. What the hell is wrong with me? It takes him back to when he was on the island. The island is a dangerous location. We don't delve into what happened in the island, but all we know is that he got into some pretty violent activity. Now, the thing is that when we think island and we think of Guarma from like Red Dead Redemption 2, we think of a more tropical location. There was a little known area in our neighborhood called the Pond, simply titled the Pond. I mean, we planted some cool tropical trees there, like along the coast. I mean, why they up here? I don't know. It's a stupid idea, but you know what, they're thriving. It doesn't matter. But there's some cool tropical plants growing in there, and you know what? We grew a few this native grass or something like that to it was this whole environmental project. We put some solar panels up to bubble up the water, get the turtles feed. Sometimes we would get fish feed and just throw it in the water, because I love it, the environment. It's cool, we love making little nature restaurants. Well, this is off the point, off topic. The thing is that it's a tropical location, and so we thought it'd be cool for Vinny to be shirtless, covered in blood, and plunging. Malcolm in the video lore would be shirtless, covered in blood, plunging his knife into someone. But this is where we split it. I've been taking so much time to get this point. It's stupid. I thought I didn't want to go and film that, and I didn't want to be that guy knelt on the ground in the water and in the pond, because it's a tropical pond in a sort of almost tropical location. And it does look, it's a steep pond, right? It is a outstanding place to film. But that's the thing, it's not actually, because I think the grass is, this isn't going to sound insane to say, but it's a little bit too overgrown. That's crazy to say. This stuff is as tall as the walls. No, that's a big overreaction. It's not even as tall as me. But you get the point. And it is summer, and we live in Georgia. There's going to be an absolute ton of ticks. One time I was walking my dog in the woods, I had to pick ticks off of him. We got him tick and flea medication and put him in the bath, and we have to look out for them. We have to look out for ourselves as well as humans. So he wanted to still film it. He thought he'd Christ's sake, he was bent on filming it for himself. He could literally film that scene and then walk away from that pond shirtless, picking off all these bugs, and then film a scene of him going and the audio and edit it over. Here was my idea. There was an old dirt road that just recently got paved around our neighborhood, and I wanted to film a scene where there was a very, very similar idea, like the Blackwater Massacre. Vincent would be like, takes me back to that massacre. And I would be dressed in a lawman outfit, like, oh no, and then maybe Damon or Zeke, or maybe both of them, would be both have a lawman outfits in the background. They'd be running away. The thing was that it was like a whole lawman shootout, and Vinny would be shirtless, plunging his knife into my chest, and there would be blood going everywhere. So it was quite a gruesome scene, and I thought it was a pretty cool idea, but in the end, none of us wanted to go out to the old road. A car would come. If a car just randomly sees a shirtless guy in the road stabbing a guy with covered in fake blood, that's it. You know what, this is like, it's too weird. We don't want to go film it. Also, like, the craziest part is that most of us just didn't want to film it, mainly because we just didn't want to film it. There wasn't even like the whole embarrassment factor. It really had nothing to do with it. And then this was the third idea: film the island scene literally on an island. This is stupid. This summer we're going on a vacation to the beach. Actually, I'm not going to state the island. It's kind of stupid how I'm not stating the island. But we're going to go to an island in the United States of America, right? And this island has a cool beach. So I thought, what if we just go on the beach and film the scene? So let's talk about also how we couldn't film it, because that vacation trip is later this summer, and we want to come up with this video now. And it's also like, who the hell cares about the island scene? Or the lawman scene. Not that important. So we deleted that entire idea. I just talked about that for like 14 minutes straight. The video has been going on for around 14 minutes. 14:57, 14:58, 14:59, now it's 15 minutes. See, so that's a generally deleted concept. Now, that is pretty much done with. But there's still one more idea for a scene. And this is the scene about, well, what do you know? It's the lawman scene. No, not the lawman scene I just talked about. It's in the office. John the Red comes in the police office, and I wrote a whole deed that we give him. Okay, that's pretty much it. Let's talk about two more films that were never made into the My Cousin Vinny channel, because two of them are entirely by me and have nothing to do with the main plot. Okay, this is completely for fun. Number 1, The Pied Piper of Hamelin. Let me tell you something. This shirt I'm wearing right here is the costume I was wearing for The Pied Piper of Hamelin. And it was a movie that we filmed literally about the Pied Piper of Hamelin. Like, read the story. And that, you know what, dude, this was a film project. Like, I'm not even joking, dude, it's stupid. And also, me and Vinny were joking about it earlier. Our voices are like deep in real life, but they probably sound stupid on the camera. We're gonna be like, we said this is what we said. He said, I'm going to be like an 80-year-old man, or something like that. And I'm going to be looking at this, and I'm going to cry, and I'm like, yeah. And then we're going to be like, why do our voices sound so stupid? So Pied Piper Hamelin is stupid, because it's Vinny's not in the movie. Which is dumb, because Vinny should have been in this movie, like, screwed it. But he wasn't in the movie, and you know what? If he's not in the movie, the channel is called My Cousin Vinny. Let's not even make this Pied Piper Hamelin. We're not going to release it to the public. But I want to appreciate Damien. You know that whole Only Baba video, Damien? Well, guess what? I have to say thanks, Damien, because he worked a lot on Pied Piper and Hamelin. Now, I know we all kind of worked on it with some costume design and special effects and scenes with the bones. A lot of the stuff, like the Halloween stuff that we made, came into clutch. We tried to make scarecrows and all. We literally made the scarecrow, like the scarecrow Halloween. I could show you the whole prop, and we used like random bones that were painted for it, for like the Halloween pop. If you ever seen that video of the decapitation station test, that was for a video called Great War 3, and we made we painted a lot of bones and skulls for that movie, which were included in Pied Piper and Hamelin. But Damien really carried, because this guy, he gets noted paper, and he was drawing whole medieval news articles for this movie. Dude, this is useless. This video has 0 views. It's on my account. I don't have a channel. It's on my YouTube account, which is stupid. And you know what? I don't even think it's on my YouTube account. So it probably doesn't like exist. And so no one's really gonna see it, but we made a lot of cool articles. I'm talking really cool artwork. I could probably show some of them in this stupid commentary video. We showed awesome medieval newspapers, articles, everything. And I just have to appreciate Damien, because some of these were pretty cool. Woman has a ton of rats infesting the house. Let's see Damien's coming out of the shower. So, like, woman has a ton of rats, like, in her house, and she dies of the plague or something like that. And then there was another one that was like medieval king of Saxon Germany says passes some weird law. You get the idea, alright? It was a while ago, alright? It was last summer. I don't remember. Actually, I do remember. But then it must have been a pretty good minute, alright? Not a hot minute, but a pretty good minute. And the second film, not gonna lie, does not have a name. This film, actually, there's 3 films, but 2 of them were filmed by me. So there's woods up in my neighborhood, and this was also for the film project. One of these was for the film project, and this was just a stupid video I filmed with one of my like buddies at school about this woods scene for a film project. Yeah, and guess what? He got killed by a monster, and Damien was in on the case, so it was pretty good. But we found the dead body of me in the woods, and then the beginning, there's like this 1 minute found footage, a clip of me like falling down a hill and getting killed by the monster. And then Damien and I'm not gonna like include his name. Why would I not include his name? He walks in the woods, he finds my dead body, and boom, Damien appears. Damien's like, hey yo, I'm gonna go bed, just take a piss, whatever the hell. He gets off camera, and then the next scene, Damien's in a monster costume, but they're not the same person. Yeah, that's the end of the movie. Yeah. So now we have the final movie, and I'm going to talk about this. This is crazy, because this did not at all come out I expect. Another film project kind of video. This movie was not taken like seriously at all. But for some reason, everyone who was working on it was locked in. It was just a group of people on this film project, like for me and like a few more people from school, like 2 of my friends, right? So we filmed, and guess what? It's a 3v3 in the woods, and it's absolutely sick. We have the winter rifle. This is after we got on the film supplies, and randomly, so you know how like I wear a lot of red, like this red plaid shirt, and my nails are pretty long. And my red jacket. Well, in this movie, I was wearing my red jacket, and I was like, why not get my chainsaw here? And if you remember that video called Oni Baba, which I really like Oni Baba. It's just a goofy movie, which is like a whole extra like advertisement. How do I say this? I accidentally made a backstory for Oni Baba, because later I get into the Dr. Salvador mask, and I changed to my Porte like Peñasco, like coat, which is really unfortunate, because I heard those coats stopped being sold like genuine in like Mexico and stuff, and this random like rip-off company from like China just started making them, because China's the factory of the world, right? And now everyone loves them, right? Mexico, beautiful place. We got a lot of family in there. Got a lot. They weave like this stuff. I'm getting off topic, but you know what? You get the point. I wore it, and man, I accidentally created Oni Baba backstory. And if you want to know the backstory, he killed 2 people, and he just ran out, and I saw this like the sunrise and like the woods, and the sun was setting. It was the evening. Dude, I'm going completely off topic. You want to know how Vinny just came in? You want to know how off course this got, dude? I went from talking
21 minutes,
dude. I went from talking about the film to talking about like all sorts of deleted film projects, like Pied Piper of Hamelin, dude. Like, I'm talking about literally everything. This is the My Cousin Vinny channel podcast. This is not just like
I hate podcasts. Oh my god.
Yeah, I hate it. But you get my point. Yeah, I don't know how other.
Now that I'm here, it's just going to increase rambling by like 30%.
Oh yeah. By the way, dude, our cat just got bit in the paw. She it's been leaking out.
Fine.
Yeah, we got her vet checked out. She has a vaccine and everything. She's getting better.
Look, she just jumped up to the
like
bed.
she's like tough. She's tough. Yeah. So she's okay. This is stupid. Vinny, you talk.
About what?
That's how you know it's
I
ending.
never thought this damn commentary thing would go on this long.
Okay, but basically those were the 3 deleted films. That was the deleted, huge saga of deleted scenes of Malcolm being like...
It's gonna be like a Mr. Beast type video, like videos I couldn't make. But like way lamer.
To that island, you know, it's like smoking and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to really know if there's anything else to talk about. Oh yeah, Vincent.
What?
Has been very passionate about this. I know he has. We've all been pretty passionate about it, but we've never. I don't know why. We've always been put off filming this. We want to remake the Great War 2 trailer.
We can't because Michael ain't here.
That's right. Michael lives all the way down in Columbus. We can't.
Right. I'm gonna teach you how to edit this up, right? Because I'm editing too much crap up, man. Far too much.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Oh, yo. On the contrary, check out how Vinny made this sick Avantasia and Red Dead Redemption 2 painting.
Paintings.
Yeah,
edit it up.
Dude, I'm.